guys, Kid Imagineer here. Today, we'll be going over a location that nobody really talks about that much, but actually has some very cool stuff about it. That location is Hayward, California. From having a location that had one of the last portrait stages, to a location that has more that meets the eye. This is the history of the Pizza Time Theater and Chuck E. Cheese's in Hayward, California. Now before I get started, I'm going to let you know on a couple things. One, I will be gathering most of my information from different sources across the web, but I will also be gathering information from Anthony's adventure. So shout out to Anthony. "24253 Hesperian Boulevard opened in April of 1981, though it is possible to have opened in January, as in an article it states that the location had a one-year anniversary in January of 1982. Anyway, it would open up with the 1981 remodel, which included having exterior look like this, having their arcade look like a fantasy forest, having a salad and sundae bar, and the location would open up with Dolly Dimples. This location would also have the cheese crawl. Also be one of the last locations to have a portrait stage, and most likely open up with Madame Oink as the guest star, but I don't know for sure. The manager of the location was none other than Scott Nelson, who is the assistant manager of the Concord, California location, which I talked about, and the manager of the Sacramento, Florida Mall location. And because of Scott Nelson, this location was known for having really good sales. The location would also be featured on Channel 5 San Francisco to promote a test idea on April 17, 1981. The test idea was a new gourmet pizza test. So when a customer orders a deluxe gourmet pizza, he is given a Dolly Dimples flag to take to his table. When his pizza is done, an announcement is made over the PA system, and the Pizza Time players give a cheer. An employee bearing the gourmet pizza comes out of the kitchen and runs around the dining room until he finds the table with the flag numbered to correspond with the pizza order. Unfortunately, this news segment is lost to time. Most likely in the summer of 1981, this location would get the king and add it to the lounge, and would also be the first location to test out those seats that moved up and down in the lounge. The interesting thing about the location is that Hayward actually had a softball team and would play different restaurants around the area. Hayward would actually have a pretty good record, but it is unknown what their record was. Blueprints of the Hayward location from 1989 shows off that the cabaret and the dining area were right next to the entrance, which was kind of rare for a Chuck E. Cheese, and that they had a relatively small game room and were proposing a new game area. The kitchen was also kind of small in my opinion. The location also had a capacity of 600 people, which was kind of a lot for a Chuck E. Cheese. We also have footage from 1989 showing off the location and their portrait stage, which is very cool to see as this is the only footage we have of the location and the only sort of photos I've taken of the store, showing off the cyberamics. Around 1989 or 1990, Hayward would receive the 1988 remodel, which included turning the exterior into looking like this, painting the walls white, adding checkers to the walls, removing Pizza Time Theater decor for newer decor, and would replace Hayward's portrait stage with a C stage. Unfortunately, no photos or videos exist of Hayward's C stage. In 1992, Hayward would receive Phase 2, or the 1992 remodel, which included getting decor such as this, adding shelves, and would receive a 2 stage. Unfortunately, this wouldn't last long, as it would only last for 3 years, as Hayward would close in the summer of 1995. It's unknown why Hayward closed, but it was most likely due to underperformance. As of today, Hayward is split up into multiple different businesses, including an O'Reilly Auto Parts, MC Styles, and Gentle Dental. But let's go to the other Hayward location, which is literally a 4-minute walk away from the old one. 24039 Hesperian Boulevard opened on July 14, 2003. The Studio C Beta in Phase 3. Phase 3 includes getting new decor, getting the sky tubes and the toddler zone, and getting a new game package. Unfortunately, I didn't find any photos of Hayward with Phase 3. However, there's a lot of information on Hayward's Studio C beta. For starters, Hayward had a 16 movement animatronic bot, which isn't really that impressive, but was common at locations, and did actually replace their blue screen with a ticket blaster background, which I think is cool. This location would also get their curtains removed in 2005. This is a photo found of Hayward remodeling their exterior, which I think is cool. By summer of 2012, Hayward completed the remodel and got Phase 4. Phase 4 caused the removal of showroom walls, painting the walls purple, adding new games, and replacing older decor for newer decor. They would also make the exterior look like this. Hayward would remain normal until June of 2024, when the location would start their 2.0 remodel. By June 24th, 2024, they would receive the model dance floor and video wall. They would also get the trampoline zone. Both Hayward locations were fun to go over, especially the Pizza Time Theater, as there was a lot more information than I thought there was. My next history video will be on the updated history of the oldest operating Chuck E. Cheese in the world, or the history of the Chuck E. Cheeses in Corona, California. So stay tuned for that. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new Kid Imagineer video comes out. We also have a channel on Instagram, so if you want to go check that out, you can too. Otherwise, see you later. Bye-bye.